And in news from Sri Lanka appointed 9 new cabinet members on Friday, among them ministers for the critical portfolios of health, trade and tourism as the island nation battles its worst economic crisis in history. Tourism-dependent Sri Lanka is facing a dire shortage of foreign exchange, fuel and medicines, and economic activity has slowed to a crawl.
9 cabinet ministers of the new all-party government took their oaths before Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa in Colombo on Friday. Ministers for the critical portfolios of health, trade and tourism were appointed as the island nation battles its worst economic crisis in history. 4 ministers were sworn in last week. Veteran politician Ranil Wickremesinghe took over as Prime Minister this month to form a new cabinet after the President's elder brother Mahinda Rajapaksa resigned from the job. Soon after, Sri Lanka's stock market climbed over 1% and clocked a second consecutive weekly gain, boosted by heavyweight industrial and financial stocks. However, locals bemoaned woes aggravated by a food shortage. PM Wickremesinghe has warned of a food shortage and vowed the government will buy enough fertilizer for the next planting season to boost harvests.
So without gas, we can't do anything. Without kerosene, we can't do anything. So last thing, we have to go to the die. The next month, you can see Sri Lankan people without food, lot of people died.
A long queue had formed in front of a shop selling cooking gas cylinders, the price of which have soared to nearly 5,000 rupees, that is $14 from 2,675 rupees in April. On Thursday, Sri Lankan police fired tear gas and water cannon to push back student protesters who marched through the streets of Colombo demanding the arrest and removal of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The island nation's economic crisis has come from the confluence of the COVID-19 pandemic battering the tourism-reliant economy, rising oil prices and populist tax cuts by the government of President Gotabaya and his brother Mahinda.